Welcome to the power of flexible budgeting. sorry, y'all. I'm feeling goofy today. So this is, we're closing out January. Very exciting. Hi, I'm Bo, and I am Wicked Stepmom herself. Well, soon to be. We shall be married. Halloween. This is the closeout for the second paycheck of January. We always consider the first paycheck of the month to be the paycheck that has the first because that's when most of the bills come out. So we end up ending our months before the month is actually over. And that's okay. You're not my real dad. Let's be very real. Let's get into the chaos. So we are starting this week with the 17th, right? So on the 17th, Wynn got rideshare because struggles, y'all. It's winter, it's cold out, and public transit is not reliable. So, yup. Still cheaper than having a car. On the 18th, he paid the kids copay. Do I know why sometimes they charge on Friday and sometimes they charge on Saturday? No, I don't. But, we do what we do. Or maybe that's just how the bank clears it. I don't know, y'all. With Ally, we don't really see pending transactions. So when it shows up is when I guess it's real. Y'all, I don't know. And then Wynn took the kids to get clothes, pants in particular. They are growing like weeds, but specifically their legs are growing fast. So got them some pants for $102. That came out of the kid savings category, which has a subcategory of kid clothes. So that's what that was. And then I put $130 in envelopes, which was groceries and bulk shopping. Then on the 19th, we had snacky snacks for $6. And then nothing on the 20th. On the 21st, student loan came out. That was $36. That came out of Wynn's account. That's why it's blue. And then the heat bill for $458. Very exciting. I hate it. It's been so cold here. Sorry. It's been so cold here. It's been like 2 degrees. It's stupid. I hate it. We're in the frozen tundra and the heat bills are ridiculous. Hopefully next month's heat bill will be a little better, but I'm not really anticipating it because it's staying cold. Also, side note, we've started the habit of asking for reimbursement from our neighbors on the 15th. We share utilities with the apartment in the front of our building. Our building used to be a duplex. Sorry if you didn't know. Sorry if I've said this before. Not sorry if you didn't know. You can't help it. Anyway, our building used to be a duplex and then it got split into 3. But the central air didn't get split. So the utilities are in Wynn's name, and then he has to ask for reimbursement for half from the apartment in front of us, and they do not always pay right away. So we are still waiting on that from last month. Well, not from last month, but he asked on the 15th. So it's a gamble. I'm not a fan, but for what we have, our rent is pretty cheap. So take the good with the bad, I suppose. And then I sent $500 to his debt, which was very exciting because it actually felt like it made a difference. Instead of the way I was doing it, where I was paying every week, this makes a much bigger difference because I'm sending so much. It is actually starting to allow me again to split the payments on purpose instead of them automatically changing it. So like, oh God, I hate doing all this explanation, but the way when student loans work is the 2 highest interest are 2 parts of one loan because he consolidated his student loans at a certain point. So they have to be paid at the same time. And if you pay under a certain threshold, and I didn't realize this at first, I literally found this out by accident. If you pay under the threshold, then they will force you to pay a certain amount to each one. Versus if you pay over that threshold, then you can actually pick how much goes to each one. So this time I paid $250 to each one. And it actually worked. It actually let me pay it instead of automatically changing it, which it had been doing when I was paying every week. So yay for Discovery. Yay for Discovery. Y'all, if you have student loans and you have a similar thing where it's like forcing you into certain payments, you might want to play around with payments, with extra payments to see like how it'll force you to change it. Because I never considered before that it would let me like set the payments if it was over a threshold. So just, FYI, it might be an option. And then we didn't spend any on the 22nd, and on the 23rd, well, we didn't spend any on the main categories. But on the 23rd, that was when I got my savings account interest, which, you know what? I didn't specify. I should have. So this was my December 23rd savings account interest, because I try to be a month ahead. I'm not really, but I'm a month ahead in this at least. So that was my December 23rd savings account interest for $87. And then Wynn saved $381 for his summer fund. Then I saved $26 for insurance, $111 for car maintenance, $12 for Christmas, and $269 for school. The electric bill is actually, we were kind of trying to plan for it because we knew how much it would be, but it didn't come out yet. So that is nothing to worry about. Oh, and also, hey, happy birthday to me. I am recording this on my birthday, but posting it the day after. But yay, I'm older. I'm 40. Ancient. Okay, now for the envelopes. I hate seeing all this orange. Because orange means over budget. I hate it. Okay, so. Oh, I probably should have like written down the final numbers and like how much total I spent, but I don't really feel like it, so I'm not gonna, and you can't make me. But anyway, for groceries, we started with 9 this weekend, added 90, spent 86, so there's 13 left. And when I say I cheat, I mean whichever store we go to first, whether it's Costco or Walmart or Jewel Osco is what like our local grocery store is. I don't know if it's in other places too, but like whatever store we go to first, that kind of determines what the other store is going to get, because sometimes we need more in one category versus the other. So yeah, added 90, spent 86, so there's 13 left. For bulk buys, added 40, spent 30, so there's 21 left. Transportation, spent 78. This was Wynn's monthly public transit pass, and also he took the kids on the bus as well. And we really need to get them, that's something I've been thinking about, is getting them each a bus pass so that it doesn't end up coming out weird. Because I think there are, I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure there are options for kids to get like cheaper bus passes, but I need to look into that. But anyway, spent $78 out of the 107, so there's 29 left. For health, didn't spend any, so there's 511. Home shopping, started with 30, spent, I cheated, y'all. So not cheated, but I was creative with the numbers a little bit because I didn't want to go over budget again. So I actually spent 40 because the new TV that we got, the emergency TV that we got, is actually bigger than the TV we had before, and we didn't realize it. We thought we were getting the same size TV, but it's actually bigger because, we weren't paying attention very much. So we needed a different mount for it because it's a bigger TV, and the other one was not, like, it wasn't big enough. So I got a mount for it that actually cost $40. So I took $30 out of home shopping and $10 out of personal. Because because, struggle's real, and I didn't want to, like, dig into any other categories or use my emergency fund or anything again. I don't like it. Then birthdays, there's 123 in there. We will be dipping into this pretty soon because, and I didn't put this on the calendar, y'all, but Wynn's birthday is actually a week after mine, so it's next weekend. And also, he has a twin sister, so her birthday, of course, because they're twins, her birthday is the same day as his, so I'm going to be spending some of this birthday money. Don't know yet what it's going to be, though, so wish me luck. Clothing, didn't spend any, so there's 87. I'd actually erased this and rewrote it because I thought I'd messed up in the math, but I hadn't. So never mind that it's a little rough looking. Shoes, didn't spend any, so there's 108. Pet care, have spent it, but not as of the 23rd. As of the 23rd, I hadn't spent it yet, so there's 65 left. Personal, started with 117, spent 54, so that was $10 for the for that portion of the TV mount. And then I also had a little, like, girls' night with one of my coworkers. So that was fun and money well spent. So there's $63 left. And then Alphaba, I didn't write it down, but didn't spend any because the kids did not get their allowance in time for us to go to the bank because timing was rough. Timing was rough, and the bank closes at 1 p.m., so we didn't go to the bank this time, but we will. We will. Probably next weekend. So the struggle with going to the bank is if we go after school for them, it's like right before, like we would barely get to the bank before the bank closes, and it takes us a minute because they have to write out their deposit slips and everything. So it takes a little bit, so we don't like getting there right before they close, so we try to go on Saturdays. But sometimes the struggle's real trying to get there before 1 p.m. So, the money will be there. That's all that matters, right? Okay, now on to the budget. What you've all been waiting for. 12 minutes in, because I am a talkative girly when I'm by myself. Okay. So for this budget, we got real creative and we made it work. Okay. Budgeting is an art form as much as it is math. So for inflow, his paycheck, $1,584 as budgeted. My paycheck, $20.22 as budgeted. Other income, $87 as budgeted because that was my savings account interest. From savings, $632. Didn't plan on taking anything from savings, but this is how we roll. We're always over budget. I swear we are. But we try to save enough so that it levels out. Anyway, so that is a total inflow of $4,325, which is more than budgeted, but we had stuff to pay for. Things break. Okay, so we're not investing right now. That's not where we are. But for his spending, kid bills was the $80 that was budgeted. Heating bill, $458 as budgeted. Student loans, $36 as budgeted. And this is actually 2 payments. I just have them coming out. Well, Wynn has them coming out at the same time. Because we paid off his highest interest student loan, his minimum payment actually went down by $5. So to compensate for that, we added an extra payment of $5 just on the same day as his normal payment. So he's still paying the same amount. And this whole minimum payment thing is such a trap because it's way less than the interest that his loans accumulate. Like, you can't tell me that $40,000 in student loans accumulates under $36 a month in interest. It absolutely does not. So this is a joke, and it's a trap, and it keeps people poor. And then adventures, $20 as budgeted. Miscellaneous, $109, significantly more than budgeted. I don't like it. Wynn doesn't like it. struggle's real sometimes. But again, the occasional rideshare is still way cheaper than having a vehicle. So, especially for Win, because when I tell you, if he tried to get car insurance right now, his insurance would be astronomical. Because he had he totaled 2 cars in 6 months. So, y'all, he ain't driving. He ain't driving. So, the occasional lift, we will survive. And then that is a subtotal of 703, which is more than budgeted, but we live. So that leaves us with $3,622. And then we get to his savings. So this is his savings account. If I didn't specify before, this is his checking account. We do not share bank accounts. He saved $100 for kids. And look at that. He actually only spent $2 more than that on kids. So it kind of evens out. That's what we like to see. And then $40 as budgeted for wedding fund. Nothing for gifts, which is less than budgeted, obviously. And I'm not too happy about it, but that's the struggle with the occasional rideshare. And then summer pay got $741 instead of the $754 that's budgeted, but it's not terrible. We crossed the 50% line for summer pay, so I think the summer is actually going to be decent. We're not going to get evicted at least, so that's good. So that's a subtotal of $881 for savings, which is less than budgeted, but not terribly less. We're okay. Leaves us with $2,741. And then we get to my spending, which is my checking account. So monthly bills, $18 is budgeted. His debt, $500 is budgeted. I love so much. Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. I love so much that I can now choose to go 50-50 for his student loans, since I'm paying every 2 weeks now. And then dining out, $22, less than budgeted for once, y'all. Round of applause. We hardly ever go under budget for dining out, so I'm always super proud when we do. Groceries in bulk, $260 as budgeted. Transportation, $60 as budgeted. Health, $80 as budgeted. Oh, I do want to specifically say, it used to be that I would pay for Wynn's occasional ride share as well. And I would put that under transportation. But the problem was it made things too complicated when it came to getting gas and paying for his public transit pass. We wouldn't have the money for it, and I didn't like how much it messed up my side of the budget, especially because I have no control over that, and I don't even know that he's getting a ride share until after he does it. So I wasn't a fan. So I kind of was like, dude, pay for your own ride share. And maybe it'll click in your head more that this is real and happening. 'Cause these envelopes, they kind of even out the spending so that it doesn't seem like it's as much. But y'all, I see these numbers. He just kind of looks at his bank account. So he doesn't see everything that happens. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. Transportation, $60 is budgeted. Health, $80 is budgeted. Home shopping, $30 as budgeted. Birthdays, $5 is budgeted. Clothing and shoes, $381. And y'all, when I tell you, Wynn already has a hole in his brand new coat. Yo. I almost cried. Paid $300 for a new coat, and he immediately put a hole in it. I don't know if this guy is part tornado or what, but clothes just, they practically shred off of him. I don't understand it. I've never so the coat I got him was an Under Armour coat, and he said it's super warm. It's warmer than the coat that he had before. But I also have an Under Armour coat. My Under Armour coat I have had for, I think, 6 years. I've had that coat for 6 years. And it, like, all that's happened is I had to replace the zipper at one point, like the main zipper, because it got caught, and then like one of the tines broke, like one of the zipper parts, the little teeth, like one of those teeth broke off, and then it like wouldn't zip properly after that. So I had to replace the zipper, but I've had it I've had it for years, and it's fine other than that. And he gets the same brand Under Armour coat. Hole in it immediately. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know if this coat will last a full like winter. We shall see. I might have to get him a new coat next winter, and I'm actually thinking I might have to get him a military coat next winter, because military coats are absolutely meant to withstand like being abused. Will it stand up to his special kind of clothing abuse? I don't know, but y'all, I can't shell out this much for a coat every year. I can't do it. But yeah, so there's that. And then pet care got the 15 that was budgeted. back to the story. Personal Alphaba got 120 as budgeted. So that is a subtotal of $14.91. Way more than budgeted, but y'all, we're making it work. Budget remaining $12.50. And then to my savings account. Insurance got the $205 that was budgeted. That's great. Car maintenance got the $111 that was budgeted. Christmas got $33, which of course is less than budgeted, but I pull playing cards to save for Christmas. So it's always a random amount. And it's usually going to be less than what was budgeted. So that's fine, because what really matters is that we reach the amount by the end. So in six months, we wanted to save $500. So we're on track for that. We've been pulling 2 cards a week, and 2 times 26, it's 52. So we should have the whole amount in the 6 months time. And then school got $269, which is way more than budgeted. But actually, let me check. So it's less than budgeted, but I'd actually budgeted more than what the quarterly plan is. So this is the quarterly plan. This is a sheet from Debt Free Charts, just their savings goal tracker. You can do this on a piece of paper, it's fine. But yeah, the actual quarterly plan is to save $204 a month for school. So I'm still saving more than like the original like quarterly plan. It's just this was a bigger paycheck, so I was hoping to send more to school, but like it's still okay. We're still on track for what the original plan was. So that's a subtotal of $618 to savings, which is significantly less than budgeted, but again, Wynn's coat was not cutting it, so I had to get him a new one. That leaves $632, and that is what went to savings spent. So $530 for the emergency TV, because our previous TV failed. It stopped recognizing the internet. It stopped recognizing internet at all, and stopped recognizing the DVD player, like the aux, like the the inputs. Like it wasn't recognizing the inputs. It wasn't recognizing the Wi-Fi. So like, what good is a TV? Like we don't watch like regular television. We don't have cable. So that TV is basically a giant paperweight. I hate it. But yeah, $530 for the emergency TV, and then $102 to replace the kids' clothes that they outgrew. So that is a total of $632 savings spent, which is all that was left. So that's a zero-based budget. And also, that is what came from savings. So the math checks out, y'all. That is a zero-based budget, which means, of course, that every dollar has a job. Not that our bank accounts are at zero, because y'all, my anxiety would be through the roof if we let our bank accounts get down to zero. If I haven't said before, no, I know I've said before, we round up all our transactions and round down our income, so to the nearest dollar. So like these numbers mean that there's always a buffer. I will be resetting that buffer very soon. I might actually be resetting that buffer next week, just because I don't like not being a month ahead. I used one of my paychecks. I was a whole month ahead, but I used an extra paycheck to make up for a mistake that I made. So I think I might be resetting my rollover very soon, just to kind of like get back to a month ahead again. Yeah. I might do it, actually, I might do it when I get the, my cash back for my Costco credit card. I think that's what I might do. So that might be coming at the end of February. We shall see. We shall see. But this is, oh, y'all, this was a long video. I'm sorry. I've been yapping. But this is my paycheck closeout for the second paycheck of January. Love to see it. Love to see the chaos. I used to feel a lot of shame whenever we would go over budget, and I would like procrastinate recording and procrastinate posting the videos because I didn't want like to see the judgy comments. So you know what I did? I said, no, I don't care. I don't care. You're not my real dad. I do what I want. And at the end of the day, I still have more money today than I did last month. And that's really what matters. I love you so much. Thank you so much for staying as long as you did. Wish me a happy birthday. No, it's fine. It's fine. The big 40 can't hurt me, and neither can you. I love you so much. Never forget that you deserve financial stability, and I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.